this game ends up going the distance here, simply because... Alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, nerdlings of all ages, welcome to game number 1 of this best of 9, spawning in the 5 o'clock position of Catalina as the red Protoss player. We have, ladies and gentlemen, from Millennium, it is Lilbow. His opponent, the current reigning king of the hill, on the hot seat by Ding It TV. He is the blue Terran player on the 9 o'clock position of Catalina. Ladies and gentlemen, representing Team Liquid.net, it's Bunny. So we'll see what kind of openings both of these guys go for in just a bit. TVP, a very, very dynamic and quite exciting matchup, I have to say. And lots and lots of strategic possibilities here throughout these games. So I'm looking forward to seeing who's basically going to be the more aggressive of the two. Are we going to be seeing a lot of drop play from Bunny? Are we going for very, very sort of late game perfect army compositions? Does Lilbow want to be playing up to a point where he's just going absolutely ham off of 3 bases and getting that perfect Protoss army composition in that death bowl? Or are we going to be seeing some more tactical plays from our players this evening? So far we've got a barracks followed up by gas in Bunny's side of the world. Nothing unusual. Don't forget this is a 3-player map, by the way, so they don't actually know where the other player is spawned. This can also potentially be a spawning location. And now heading up back into Protoss world, we've got Gateway followed by gas, not really giving us an awful lot just yet. Another pylon, possibly to hide a structure. We'll wait and see, or possibly just to close this off against any potential drop or Reaper harass a little bit later, going down there as well. And right now, things are looking pretty quiet from both of these guys. Not an awful lot just yet. We have got confirmation that the Reaper is going to be coming out from Bunny. So this potential building placement here from Lilbow, let's see if he's put something down. Yes, he has. So that's what the pylon was for. Cybernetics core alongside the pylon and the assimilator here, going to be completely blocking this off, making it a little bit more difficult for Reapers to kind of move in and around this sort of main base area as well, having to go back through the mineral line. And SCV is going to be able to scout here first. The reason, by the way, Bunny sent an SCV when there's a Reaper in production as well is just to make sure he eliminates the possibility of sending his Reaper the wrong way. A Mothership core is in production as well, and it's useful to note that this gateway isn't producing anything at the moment. So this SCV will see that no Zealot has come down, and immediately, in fact, spots the Nexus that's gone down off of this gateway as well. Now, we wait and see what this Reaper can actually do. We're moving into the main base now, just as the Mothership core pops, though. And it looks like the Reaper is going to be doing a very, very limited amount of damage indeed, not getting a single probe. And Stargate's going down behind this. So this was after the Reaper had moved out, by the way. So this has not been seen from Liquid Bunny so far. In the meantime, back in Shea Terran, we have a command center going down on the low ground. Following this up with a factory after the reactor on the barracks. We've got that double marine production in there now. This Reaper sort of scouting out the base. Still hasn't seen the Stargate. This Mothership core doing a really fantastic job of zoning out the scouting here. And maybe these Stargate units could even start taking Bunny by surprise here. Just really, really nice stuff coming out from the Mothership core. Again, moving the Reaper away, not allowing Bunny visibility of where that Stargate is. But the Reaper's coming in from the other side and will now see it. The Oracle is being chrono boosted up, but Bunny has been fully alerted, and all of a sudden these Marines are going to be very useful indeed. Instant Widow Mine production on the factory as well, and the starport is about to go down. Now, we don't see any turrets because we don't have an engineering bay up right now, but the engineering bay has gone down. It is going to be a little bit of a warning sign, of course, once you see those Oracles starting to come out. And in the meantime, the Reaper managing to get 1 kill there, 1 probe in the natural expansion mineral line. So not too bad, but we'll be able to get out of the base as well. That Reaper, by seeing the Oracle, has really paid for itself already, because Bunny's going to be able to prepare accordingly for when this decides to pop on through. Now, Oracle actually going in the wrong direction, and that's because Lilbow hasn't scouted the to the left-hand side yet. She's going to pop up here very quickly, in fact right now, and go, hang on a second, my opponent isn't actually in this position. and he's going to be moving towards an actual expansion, but I think the missile turret should be done by the time he gets there. Just a couple of seconds left to go. The Oracle is thinking about heading into the mineral line, but it won't quite get there in time. This is the problem with that 3-player map. We've got Bunny coming in now with a little bit of aggression at the natural. This is mainly, by the way, to force a photon overcharge, and wow, instantaneous one there, not even wanting to lose the pylon. A single Marine losing his life. That's an awful lot of blood, actually. And we have a Widow Mine trying to bait these units out. It's not going to work so far. 2 kills on this Oracle. So not an awful lot of damage can be done once you have Widow Mines as well as those missile turrets inside your mineral line there. So the Oracle's moving home. Not really sure why. He can kind of hang around in sort of this sort of area, to be perfectly honest. But he's decided to go home. I would have preferred if the Oracle stayed out on the field to watch for drops, but you know what? That's fine, because we have got a drop incoming now. We're going to be seeing a little bit more action. Here comes the Widow Mine. A shot did go off, but and that's why the Oracle came home. Of course it is. So the Revelation allowing these units to see the Widow Mine there, preserving absolutely everything, and meaning that these Marines and Widow Mine aren't going to get much purchase. But we've got a second drop coming into the main. Let's keep an eye on that. We have the Reaper coming in to try and help out as well. And wow, that we have 2 Widow Mines burrowing. The Oracle manages to kill one. It doesn't kill the other one, and it does blow up a number of probes and an Oracle as well. A couple of Marines here at the back, forcing Lilbow to come back with the photon overcharge. Number of workers killed so far this game. It's actually 8 versus 0 so far, but all of this army was indeed lost. Is that a medevac going home? No, it's 2 Marines. So the medevac was lost as well from Bunny's point of view. And he actually spent quite a lot of money, did Bunny, on that attack. He's down to 37 workers versus 43, even though he's been the one doing all the work of killing. Lilbow's macro has just been pretty solid off behind this as well. It's just a little bit difficult right now for Bunny to kind of get the presence that he really, really wants. And we actually have Lilbow, interestingly, going with a Phoenix follow-up here. So perhaps to intercept and try and take down these medevacs during the engagement. Are we going to end up seeing sort of Phoenix Colossus style kind of play? That would be quite entertaining indeed. Always a lot of fun when a lot of Colossi are on the field. And don't forget, the robotics facility is complete. The robotics bay is also complete right next to it. And we have got Colossi now. Interestingly being rallied into the main base. So I wonder if that's purely for drop defense, or if it's because in case of a scan he doesn't want them to see. But then again, if you scan the natural, you see the robotics bay anyway. So it's probably just temporary defense against drops here. As Lilbow now, wow, well, he's going to be going ahead and trying to take his 3rd base. And we have a Widow Mine coming back from Bunny, but Lilbow seems to be prepared for it. Yes, he is. Wow. Bunny, hot pickup there on that Widow Mine, not allowing it to go down. We have a sneaky pilot on the left-hand side that this drop could spot in about 3 seconds time. There we go. Very, very nicely done. So Bunny will know that that's where Lilbow might be wanting to stage his attacks in the near future. Good little bit of scouting there from our Terran player. In the meantime, that double medevac production is going to continue. A lot more bio units are coming down now as well. This engineering bay hard at work, but it's only starting +1. And we are at the 11-minute mark of the game. But that said, there are also no upgrades yet complete for Lilbow. And he has gone for the 3rd base. So there's no double forges or anything like that. In fact, how many forges do we have? We have 0 forges right now. So Lilbow's going to want to be thinking about his upgrades shortly, because Bunny is going to be able to get that advantage. Yes, okay, it's a 3-base Protoss versus a 2-base Terran. But I feel like while Lilbow is consolidating this position at that 3rd Nexus, there's a healthy chance, actually, that Bunny might be able to get away with something here. I'm not 100% certain what the plan is if Bunny comes in for a full frontal assault right this second. So we'll be keeping an eye on that. And, well, this game's kind of sort of chilling out right now, but it's because Bunny's preparing for an attack, guys. Okay, there's the 3rd base, but it's down very, very late. It's after, if you take a look, it's actually after this 3rd base is already up and mining. So this double drop actually has to do an awful lot of damage from Bunny's point of view. Let's see, he's going to be boosting inside the main base now. And here we go. Units moving towards the mineral line inside the main. A decent number of probes going down. Here comes the Protoss army. Only a single Colossus with this. The Zealots, yes, they're going to be soaking up a lot of damage, but they're arriving in single fashion right now. The Colossus doing a lot of damage, and I mean a lot. Secondary attack at the 3rd base now. Phoenix is coming in and picking off all the medevacs. I think that's a pretty sound defense there. And now we're going to be getting into the business of picking up the remaining bio units. All of the Marines go. The Marauders are going to be going as well. And this is really, really well held by Lilbow. This double drop didn't do the damage it wanted to do. Yes, it killed off a bunch of workers, but its main job was to try and detract from this army that was going to be showing up over here. So 19 workers killed this game, sure, but our Protoss hero is still on 58. And, oh dear. Dear, oh dear, losing a Stalker there, unfortunately, and I think Lilbow knows that he needs to get rid of this residual Widow Mine. Very, very annoying indeed. The Phoenix is now chasing down these drops. Wow, they're doing a tremendous job right now, completely shutting this down. I wonder if this is just going to straight up stop Bunny from doing any further drops, because that was shut down very, very hard indeed. The number of medevacs left out on the field, guys, is 3, and considering they've been double pumping for a while, that's a lot of medevacs that have gone down this game. Now we have a follow-up attack into the third base position. Only a couple of units here venturing forward, trying to bait into the Widow Mine. Will succeed in doing that, but he does move it as soon as he realizes Lilbow has spotted it. Colossus count now up to 3 at the third base, even though there are 4 overall. There we go. 4th little guy here going to be joining in. And this is now getting very, very scary for our Terran player, because we're only now starting to make Vikings. We've got the second starport up with the reactor. That's great, but this potentially could be a huge timing for Lilbow here with his army. These Colossi are very, very scary, and he still has more of them than our Terran player has Vikings. And don't forget, of course, these Phoenixes are going to end up being really, really troublesome as well. We're getting upgrades indeed for the, wow, double Phoenix production in these upgrades as well now from Lilbow. So he is very serious about this Phoenix Colossus. We are going to be getting our wish with a little bit of gateway support of this kind of army composition. In the meantime, we have 1-0 MMM coming out here from Liquid Bunny. Is it enough to stop this, though? I mean, Lilbow is looking like he is on the warpath right now. 5 Colossi, and he's going, you know what? I am feeling like I've got some good chances here. And, oh, the single Marine! Well, the single Marine just gets picked up by Phoenixes, so it doesn't actually spot all the Colossi with this, but our Terran player has to be a little bit afraid right now. Bunny needs to move himself into a good position to get a decent concave. The Phoenixes are ready. They're on the edge of that vision. And this Widow Mine could actually be absolutely MVP here. We'll see. And yep, Lilbow does actually spot the Widow Mine, and that's going down. Missile turret's not going to come down here. Is this going to be the engagement that decides the game? The Phoenixes are doing a lot of damage to the Vikings. They really want to be able to take out the Colossi. 5 Colossi on this Bio Army is ripping them to shreds right now, and none of the Vikings are left alive. The Phoenixes are way too strong. I think this might just be enough. And Lilbow taking Bunny down to about 100 supply. He's still at 150 plus himself. This is looking difficult. GG, ladies and gentlemen. And Lilbow is going to take game number 1 against our defending champion, Liquid Bunny.